Welcome everyone to this exciting session in which we have a fantastic guest from Accenture, our partner. The name of the session is Intelligent and Autonomous Supply Chain Networks. We're going to talk a lot about the unprecedented disruptions that supply chains have faced, while also becoming a source of competitive advantage. But recent developments of AI and automation are driving intelligent and autonomous supply chains, making it a reality today. To join us today, we have Jaime Lagunas. He's a global lead for data and AI in supply chain operations analytics for Accenture. He oversees essentially what it is, the adoption of AI in supply chain globally for Accenture, and he's a sponsor of our alliance globally. So we're extremely excited to have you on board with us today. So thank you, Jaime, for joining us.
Thank you, Eduardo.
And my name is... Excellent. My name is Eduardo Tobias. I lead our partnerships and alliances and have been collaborating closely with Accenture. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started and really get some of your perspectives on how you're thinking about AI in supply chain, how you're thinking about decision intelligence and the impact that it has in supply chain with relationship to AI. And then also, would love to understand what are some of the case studies or examples that you have to showcase some of the elements that you have seen with your clients. So just to get started, would love to take a step back and understand what is Accenture's perspective on the impact of AI in supply chain, broadly speaking?
Thank you, Eduardo. So let me start. So recently, Accenture has released two important announcements. So in one hand, Accenture recent research found indications of an early trend. So in the next 3 years, a small group of companies will use technology and new ways of working to reach a new level of performance. And Accenture has named this a strategy as a total enterprise reinvention. So we can, this small group, which makes up of 8% of companies, we call reinventors. And they are using technology as a core competitive advantage to change how they work and they drive growth, separating themselves from the rest of the companies in their industry. So, and on the other hand, Accenture also announced a game-changing investment in its data and AI practice to help clients rapidly and responsibly advance and use AI to achieve bigger growth. As we have seen an unprecedented interest in all areas of AI, as AI accelerates into a mega trend, transforming industries, companies, and the way we live and work, a recent Accenture research shows how generative AI will transform 40% of all working hours. So, in short, Accenture is confident that AI will impact on every aspect of the enterprise, and this for sure includes supply chain. And how to measure this impact, how to adopt it, and how to bring the right strategy is what we are already putting in place to advise our clients to reach what we call future-ready supply chains, with the end goal to achieve growth, efficiency, and resilience thanks to the power of data and AI.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Definitely a very bold move by Accenture to double down on AI with such a large scale investment, but also having supply chain at the forefront of what this investment could be targeted to. So that leads to my next question. What role do you actually see decision intelligence play in this AI journey, and why is it important? How do you see decision intelligence fit an AI into all this picture?
Yeah, it's important to understand first what is the AI journey for supply chains. On this slide, we can see our vision where we go from back to 90s manual supply chains to a more futuristic view of self-driving supply chains. Taking into account this framework, intelligent decisions is a key element to drive intelligence and self-driving supply chains. To exemplify this, let's put ourselves into the skin of a materials planner, for example. So in terms of context, we know that in today's volatile global supply chain environment, it's causing a huge challenge on companies on the ability to procure the materials they need to produce and therefore their ability to fulfill demand. So for materials planner, it is more important than ever to quickly react, but also anticipate supply chain disruptions. Some questions that the materials planners need to find solutions are, for example, which will be the impacts of missing materials, or which materials should I prioritize to obtain? So the answer to them are driven by intelligent decisions, by giving them visibility and intelligent recommendations. So this is driven by an AI engine that analyzes and predicts supply chain delays, perform multi-echelon forward simulations, and identify bottlenecks. So with our experience, we can reach value of around 15-20% production backlog reduction and anticipate by 10% supply chain delays. And this is a reality today. So we have clients that are adopting intelligent solution technologies like Aera as an intelligent decision solution to make it real.
Got it. No, thanks for sharing this example. I think it's good always to bring it to life and especially the point around how you're tying the value to those decisions. I mean, in the past when all these things were happening and the focus was so much on planning and having a perfect plan, of course, I mean the plans change the day after. So it really illustrates that evolution. Going back to your last slide around the autonomous supply chain and what it's needed and having decisions really at the core of what makes supply chain more resilient and autonomous. So when we think of, let's actually deep dive on that concept that you are thinking about and you're taking to your clients around autonomous supply chain. What are some of the key pillars? What's possible today with the technology that exists?
So we have already seen our vision of the self-driving supply chain, but then what does it mean in terms of what are the new capabilities that the autonomous concept brings? And we think that we have 4 different key capabilities. So the first one is replicate through pattern recognition from historical data. The second one is recommend. This is where we link into intelligent decisions as to power AI to recommend any action or decisions to support human decision making. The third one is act. Is where machines are acting as intelligent agents and solving without manual intervention. And finally, self-learn, that can adapt to new challenges and learn along the way. So from all of this, what is already possible? In technical way, everything is already possible, but in realistic way, we are seeing our clients and ourselves solutioning for a combination of those capabilities. As for one example on the forecast revision process, as planners, there are maybe SKUs that their forecast revisions can be done autonomously due to their historical patterns. But others maybe need revision, and here is where we can distinguish and solution differently and create a recommendation engine to be reviewed by the planners. So in order to conclude, I also wanted to mention the key building blocks to achieve this autonomous supply chain journey through data and AI. And this is the typical consulting transformational house, but it's important because all the elements are key for success, from the enablers like data foundation strategy as change management to the value tracking, and realization.
Got it. No, thanks for sharing that and bringing the holistic perspective, if you will, and what it takes not only in terms of the capabilities of autonomous supply chain, but also all the transformation elements to make it happen. So, can we actually shift gears and start talking about some specific use cases and how Aera and Accenture have collaborated in the past?
Absolutely, Eduardo. So I wanted to touch base in 2 specific use cases where we are partnered with Aera. So the first one is control tower. So our clients are in need of a solution that supports end-to-end visibility of their supply chain and recommendation of mitigations, actions of issues and disruptions. So Accenture partners with Aera Digital Control Tower to support better, faster, and more accurate decision making. So Aera and Accenture drive 2 main capabilities only. So the first one is rapid time to value, using Aera patented data crawlers that seek out information and deploy system-specific logic to aggregate data at volume and in real time into a common data model. So this provides an easy-to-use set of views to quickly see issues across the supply chain. And Accenture brings its deep knowledge on supply chain data map and understanding per industry. So, and secondly, recommended accurate decisions through combining Aera and Accenture own skills and IP and models. So, and in the other hand, we are also partnering with Aera on the inventory use case. So a solution providing the visibility within the fulfillment centers on these sales of inventory, as well as a recommendation engine for repointing orders, redirecting shipments, and expediting to address low days of inventory. So here, Aera has architected and codified the solution with us, and we are now entering in a phase 2 where scope will be expanded and scaled.
Very interesting, Jaime. Yeah, indeed. These are two of the use cases that we have worked together. There's some more other client applications. What I have found interesting, and I would call out, is a couple of things. So one is a level of collaboration between our teams in developing this new, net new IP on Aera. For the audience out there who might have been on other sessions, you understand that we have the Aera Decision Cloud is a platform with an integrated development environment. And then skills can be built on the platform by partners, by customers, by whoever has access to it. And Accenture has done a really nice job at building some of these assets and deploying it to customers. So that's one. And then secondly, I think the nature of these skills, I think probably the titles there don't do justice to what they do. So this control tower, as Jaime was mentioning, is not a pure visibility control tower. It actually thinks, it acts, it learns over time. So it goes well beyond the typical alert management systems. It actually provides recommendation that then those recommendations get executed and written back into the underlying systems using the decision data model. Same for inventory. It has a lot of intelligent capabilities for decision execution and decision automation. So quite excited about these capabilities and more capabilities that we can bring to market together. So just to conclude, Jaime, what makes our partnership unique, and what are some of the capabilities that we can deliver to clients today beyond the skills that we have just showcased?
Yeah, yes, Eduardo. So our partnership is unique because Aera is providing to our clients the most advanced technology in decision intelligence. So we can combine Aera platform with our deep expertise in supply chain and in the industry. So, and all together generates a powerful solution that can improve productivity and efficiency across our client supply chains. So we could add here our global presence and our centers of excellence, where we have the best talent in supply chain and in the Aera technology.
Got it. Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure to partner with you and continue building all these capabilities that we can take to clients today. And well, with that, Jaime, I think it's time to wrap up this session. People should know where to find us for any additional questions or comments. But again, thank you for spending time today with us, Jaime, and looking forward to the next conversation.
My pleasure, Eduardo. Thank you so much.